Righto tight, there's no point in mucking about. Why don't you have another go, you mug? You took your time, mate. Now listen to this. Oh, kids these days. Computers, internet, mobile phones, it drives you mad. Righto tight, there's no point in mucking about.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, 23 Skadoozy. I'm hoping to get Laggy in here, but he appears to be away.
Why don't you have another go, you mug?
But let's see if I can kill some time waiting for him. Let's hear. Sound control. Okay, that's not compelling to a viewer.
You took
I didn't
your
unlock
time,
all.
mate. Now listen to this.
Yeah, I didn't unlock all the concept art, I think. Good grief, he's naked!
Oh, kids these days. Computers, internet, mobile phones, it drives you mad.
Your chat was bugging out? Oh, good. Well, that should happen. Everything should be bugging out. It's better that way.
See, how much of the concept art did I unlock? Thankfully, getting all the concept art is not part of 100% completion. Thusly, I skipped out on that whole quest.
Righto tight, there's no point in mucking about.
Get in here! Come on, Laggy, get in here. I'm gonna keep bugging until he gets here. I want him to watch Ty. It's time he watched the good stuff. He goes on and on about Binding of Isaac and Toontown. All these games. Ooh, Shark Boy. Crikey.
All these games that no one's ever heard of. Oh, hey, there I am. In the flesh. It was cool of me to get a role in this game.
Now listen
Oh, they
to
didn't
this.
pay me much. It was okay, it was good, honest work.
Oh, kids these days.
Okay, there's only so much else I could hear
mobile
more
phones,
say
it
that.
drives you mad.
Prologue? No, wait, that's not quite. Here we go. Yeah, let's look at this stuff. Prototypes. He's just shooting the boomerangs out of his mouth. Like Crash shooting Wumpa Fruit out of his armpits. Man, that walk cycle looks so goofy. I don't know if that was ever intended to be his walk cycle in the finished game, but glad that was changed. So that does not look dignified. There's no grace to that. Okay, so that run's getting a little better now. Okay, how about this? Okay, first pitch. What's this one? What the hell? Was that? I haven't read any confirmation of that, but I'm guessing that was Shazza's original design because it was so oof. That was their pitch? That's all they got? Mariah's just got herself parked right in front of the heater. She's just absorbing all the heat before I can. A hero's tale. Ugh. Get out of here with that tripe. You've contaminated the stream now with that gluck. I gotta wash my eyes out after reading Hero's Tale. Good heavens. Okay, what else we got? Outtakes?
That was an accident. Ty! You'll need this. G'day, Shazza.
What did I do to you?
Okay, that's just all the cutscenes. What else? Oh boy, software legal notices. Oh boy, this is the hot stuff right here. This is what you buy the game for. Back. Let's see. Yep, there's my 100% file. Lovely. Alright, Laggy, you've got one more chance to get in here. I'm tempted to call him. I'm gonna call this bitch. Like, Laggy, get in here. Come on. I've been wanting to share Ty with you for a long time. You better get in here. I don't care if your status says away. We don't put up with that around here. I will bully you into coming here if I have to. Okay, fine. I'll bully him. Okay, a third person showed up. I wonder if that's Laggy. That'd be hilarious if it was. Oh dear, he's not answering either. That's not a good sign. Okay, well, he must really be busy then. That's a bummer. Okay, we'll start without him. Normal mode. Okay, that's something with this remaster. Hardcore mode. Warning. Hardcore mode is challenging. You have only one life. If you lose that, your progress is completely reset. Wow. I should try that. I mean, Ty's an easy game on normal mode. I could maybe handle it. I mean, do I get an achievement for it or something? Can I get a prize? Is it just there? Something to do? Okay, okay, laggy modem. Going once. Going twice. Oh man, I'm still bummed you can't make it. Okay, fine. Let's begin. I wasted almost 50 minutes. I haven't even begun the game.
I gotcha! Okay, Ty, I'm in. Catch me if you can. Don't move, mate. I'll get help.
Don't be afraid, Ty. I am Nandu Gili, the Bunyip Elder.
G'day, mate.
It's time you knew the truth. Years ago, a great battle was fought over the fate of 5 mystic talismans.
My dinosaur ancestors were here first, you
sticking furry mammal opportunists. Remember the comet! No! You mammals don't deserve to be at the top of the food chain!
Now!
Now to restore the natural order once and for all. Oh, my head! Never, never, never! Bye-bye. No!
Those brave few who challenged Boss Cass were trapped in the dreaming.
Mom? Dad?
Word grows that Boss Cass is seeking out the talismans again. He must be stopped at all costs. It's up to you to find the talismans before he does.
It's up to me to save my family.
Oi, Ty! Are you okay?
Maury? Oh, am I glad to see you. Oh, you're never gonna believe what just happened. I was playing in the forest when the ground suddenly... And that's when you showed up.
Rude! Sounds like you've got a fair dinkum adventure ahead of you, mate. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. I'd much rather be at home watching the footy. But I tell you what, you do the adventuring and I'll help you out where I can. Welcome to Rainbow Cliffs, mate. By the way, whenever you see one of these signs, I won't be far away. I've heard that if you press the action button, you can talk to me, whatever that means. Okay, now let's get down to brass tacks. If you're gonna be out adventuring, then you'll need another boomerang. And I know just the place to find one. Head down to Bly Bly Station. I'll meet you there.
Alright, I was keeping my mouth shut throughout most of that. I figured most, if not all, of the people here had not seen this game before. It's like, I'm not gonna talk over the cutscenes, that'd be rude. If it's a game that doesn't have voice acting, yeah, I'll chat up all I wish. But I figure in this case, most people bred and this, whoever the person was above, I can't read that long username. Yes, but as far as I can tell, 2 out of 3 haven't played this. Figured, I'll keep my mouth shut. They haven't heard all this stuff before. I'll be polite.
Oh, you little ripper, Ty! You found a fair dinkum rainbow scale. When you find enough, take them to the Bunyip
Okay,
Elder
1
at
out of
Rainbow
3.
Cliffs.
Would have been 1 out of 4. Would have been 1 more if Waggy was here, but he wants to be absent. I'm going to trust that he's busy with something good. Okay, one of the achievements I haven't gotten yet is dying in the hub world. And there's no enemies here, so that's a bit of a challenge, but I think I can do it. I just need to fall to my death. You know, I guess I think this will answer a question. What the heck happens when you die in the hub world? There's no checkpoints or anything, so what happens? Where does it take you? Basically. I've gotten 100% in the game itself. I just haven't gotten all the achievements. And I don't care about that. I 100% in the game itself, and that's all I need in order to feel satisfied. But, what the heck, dying here, this will be easy. No, come on. Okay, like I said, dying is easy. Comedy is hard. Hey, dying is one of life's great rewards. I'll have you know. Here we go. Whee! Oh. Never mind. This is the water. That doesn't work.
Remember, Stimpy, that is life's great reward.
It isn't, but when one ponders that, I mean, I've never died in the hub world before, so it's indeed unusual. You just die from fall damage, but who does that? How can you die in the hub world, even if you're bad at the game? Here we go. There we go. Not trophy earned, not your proudest moment. That's cute. I wonder if I could find all the rainbow scales. Probably not without a second boomerang. I usually wait till the very end to start looking for that stuff. Alright, let's get a Mosian. Oh, let's go wait, that's a bit up in the air. Especially compared to the second game, this isn't much of a hub world. There's not much going on. Not much to see except just a bunch of cliffs, but it's cozy enough. There's just this lab that Julius is eventually in. That's kind of about it. Not much to do, so much to see. Sorry. But Tide 2 is one of the best hub worlds in any platformer. Quite the opposite, quite so indeed. It is one of the loveliest parts of the game is the hub world of the second game. I might stream that too. I don't intend to do a marathon or anything, but Tide 2 is definitely, most certainly in the cards. But anyway, let's get Mosian. Back to the main stuff. To the poor business. Closer. Closer. Closer still.
G'day, Julius. Now, if I just reroute these wires to... I said g'day, mate. Are you deaf? Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, I didn't see you there. I was just making some last-minute adjustments. Well, you must be Ty. G'day. So, you old coot, what's this contraption do? This contraption is the key to finding the talismans. Why is this so? It's quite simple, really. It uses an oscillatory microfeeder to scan for trace energy signals that match the unique power matrix of the talismans. Huh? Like a big nose that sniffs them out. Oh,
Ah.
And thunder eggs are the key to powering the machine.
Thunder eggs? Oh, they're as rare as hen's teeth, mate.
Couldn't you just use batteries?
If only it was that easy. You see, this machine doesn't just find where the talismans are, it actually teleports them here.
Struck me lucky.
And that, my friends, requires a great deal of energy.
So, how is Ty here gonna find all these thunder eggs?
Hey, I was just wondering that myself.
A reasonable question. I've created these portals to lead Ty to areas rich with them. Of course, they won't just be lying all over the place.
Just our luck.
A lot of them will have already been found. The trick will be convincing the locals to part with their prized possessions. But I'm afraid I can't help you with that. If you're as resourceful as they say, Ty, I'm sure you'll think of something.
Righto, Ty. There's no point in mucking about. You've got to find a second boomerang. I'll see you in 2-up.
Yes, yes, thunder eggs power this talisman machine. Make sure...
Oh, okay. That's all you said. I came out to talk to you some more. I was hoping you would have something compelling to offer me. Perhaps a deep, compelling backstory. Something about you were a tormented artist who falls for a lady with great big eyes. Or something. I guess I can only go to 2-up. Never thought until now. I mean, I always just go straight to where I need to go without a second thought, but now that I'm streaming, I'm just thinking, what else I can do? I mean, what exactly can I get done with just one boomerang? What could I truly accomplish? I've played this enough times. It's time I experiment. Even if I'm probably gonna go to downfall damage, because I can't glide yet. Because I would need to swim to also get to that rainbow scale. I mean, what you get for all... if I recall correctly, the rainbow scales get you an extra... paw, which is extra paw health thing. And this game's pretty easy, even for baby Severance, so... I never need that. Not to sound like I'm particularly good at this stuff, just this specifically. You don't need it.
This billabong has got the lot. Gum trees, wallabies, and even a koala. There's plenty to do here, so let's get a move on. Listen, mate, I solved your problem. I found you a second boomerang.
That's great. Where is it?
See that tree over there?
Yeah?
Well, it's not there.
Right. Where is it?
It's on top of Frillneck Peak.
Oh, great.
Oh, don't worry. You'll just have to jump, run, brang, and bite your way there while avoiding Boss Cass's henchmen. Look, mate, life wasn't meant to be easy.
Beauty! Butler! Bonza! I got one!
Yeah. 1 down, 6 71 to go. Come on, let's get a move on. I reckon those dunnies are a complete waste of space. Only last week I used one, walked 2 blocks, was clobbered by a frill, and then woke up back on the dunny, which was the best place to be given the surprise I got. Julius reckons it's got something to do with the
that line went way over my head, lad.
So you're saying that if I
I didn't realize for quite a long time they basically made a shit show.
Something like that.
He's basically saying he got scared shitless. I mean, I can appreciate an outhouse. This basically here's your checkpoint. I didn't. It's kind of just something you just kind of accept without a second thought. Until, you know, one reaches adulthood, then you ponder, that is unusual. That is special. An outhouse is a checkpoint. That's special. There's no other way. There's no other adjective coming to mind. That's special. You die? Well, here you go. Go take a dump and then move on. Oh, lovely! Look at the wallabies! Ah, my kind. Just my people. I say, have you ever heard of me? I am Slemson James Wallaby. Perhaps you heard of me. I am, after all, the most prolific wallaby in all of cartoondom. As they should. They should bounce away from this cad. Yes, wallabies are quite advanced as far as marsupials go. Such magnificent marsupial minds.
Use your rams to take care of enemies and smash things. You ripper! He said something now, wait a minute, he said something about pressing the throw button to use them.
Excuse Madam Britt, I'm afraid there is something we'll have to clarify here. I am not what they refer to as being cute. I'm quite dashing, actually. To be cute, to be referred to as cute, is rather demeaning, Madam Britt. That more is regarding Nikita. More accurate term of reference. As for yours truly, I consider myself rather dashing. But I only wish to clarify, for your sake more than mine. Go. I don't know if I'm going for 100% on this file, but I want to see if I can at least try to get everything in one go. Let's see if I can do that. Not much of a flex, but it's a flex for me. Excuse me? No, cease and desist this usage of incorrect terminology. Wallabies can be rather precious fellows, so chubby. I, however, am among the exceptions. I am considered quite dashing. With my lovely schnauzola and my luscious tail. And my handsome red tie. Tie as in the thing you wear on your chest, not tie as in the fellow we're playing as now.
truth. What happened here?
Boss Cass did this. He's caged all your Bilby mates and...
Is that a bot? I can't tell what I'm looking at.
Yeah? Well, big mistake. No one messes with my mates.
Now there's a thunder
Wish I knew how to ban people if there were bots here.
No worries. Unless you're Boss Cass.
Probably should have learned that a while ago. Dude, these are wooden cages. You could just punch lightly, you'd be fine, dude. I mean, if I can bind the cage to break you out, I think you could just punch lightly. Fine, give me one more work. It's fine. At least that's better than the Jinjos and Banjo-Kazooie. They're not even captured. They're just standing there. You just walk up to them and say, hooray, you rescued me from nothing! I mean, at least the Bilbies have an excuse. Oh yeah, the opals. Probably one of my few genuine gripes with this game is the Thunder Eggs you get for getting all 300. Because it always turns into a good old game of where the hell is that last opal? It's always that you're at 299. Where is the last one? That's something a lot of games like this can run into. It tends to be an inevitable thing. But this game's particular case of such can be quite growth-inducing. Well, whoever this Cricken fellow is posted some kind of emote or picture, and I can't tell what it is from here. Is it a nude or something? I don't want to see that. Take that somewhere else. I ain't interested. You're not my type. I have a very specific preference with my romantic interests, and you're not on the list. Oh, that's even worse. In that case, just post nudes. Anything but Tobey Maguire. Ugh. He made Spider-Man somehow even more boring than he already was. And that's a compelling accomplishment. Like, how do you make Spider-Man even blander? I mean, I love Sam Raimi. I love the Evil Dead movies. I love most of Drag Me to Hell. Drag Me to Hell is great. Wish there wasn't a cat death scene, but I get over it. It happens. It's a horror movie. Not everyone can be spared, including a cat. It bothers me more than it should when it happens, but I move on. Life goes on, except the cat's life in movie. You know what I mean. Hey man, they didn't hurt a cat in real life, so who am I to get too bothered? Wow, Sarah, you talked more about the cat and Drag Me to Hell than you ever did about Evil Dead movies. You're a disgrace to horror fans. Yes, I know.
Yes, this just might do.
G'day, Julius.
Oh, hello, Ty. You know this golden cog just might be perfect for my latest invention. The Cogulacious Boomerangulus Extrapolator.
Right, what's that?
Why, it's a machine that creates experimental techno-rangs. I need golden cogs to build a new one, 15 to be exact. And if you find enough, bring them to my lab in Rainbow.
Well, everyone start chatting away so we could get Tobey Maguire out of my sight, even though I can't tell what that is from what I'm seeing on my TV screen. I'm just going to take the word for that's Tobey Maguire. And in which case, get it out of here! Everyone just talk about whatever. Get it out of my sight. Talk about the weather. Talk about how is your tea time today? tea time cookies. Talk about your aspirations. I need to go out to that one. Righto then.
Julius told me to tell you this, but I have no idea what it means. Apparently, according to Julius, you can lock down to enemies.
It's okay. I mean, my earlier cheeky demands aside, you don't need to say anything. I feel less lonely that way, but still you don't need to. You don't need to do anything. I link you, but I'm not saying, get in here! Get in here or I'll, do something threatening. Or I'll tell everyone your real name is Miles. You guys are, hi, Ollie, and everyone else, you guys are always funny. You exist. That's hilarious. It's comedy. I mean, you guys have, most of you have apparently seen this game, but you're watching me play it anyway. It's a compliment. Just take it from me. This is how I give compliments. You send me a beautiful drawing of my characters, I say, the eyes aren't green enough. Because that's my way of giving a compliment. I can't actually tell you all the time that your drawing made me cry. I have to be an ass once in a while. That just lies within me. Because I can't cry all the time. Sometimes I have to be a little guano head. Okay, I don't have to. I can resist that urge, but I choose not to. For I am weak.
Well, I wouldn't have believed it if I didn't see it with my own eyes. You actually found the second boomerang. Well, there's no time to sit around and feel all pleased with yourself. You're gonna have to put that new rang to use. You see, I had a thunder egg I was gonna give you, but a bunch of frills stole it. You'll have to take them all on to get it back.
Poor Frills. You're so cute. The games 2 and 3 had a little kart racing mode, and I always liked playing as the Frill Lizard. Yeah, I know they work for the bad guy, but I'm tired of reptiles always being the villains. It's not fair. I want more heroic reptiles. I mean, even I unintentionally am guilty of that cliche, in that one of my characters are geckos reptiles? I can't remember sometimes if they're reptiles or amphibians. Or maybe I'm confusing it with salamanders, which are also amphibious. More specifically, not just more specifically snakes. Snakes are always the villains. I don't like that. We need more heroic snakes. That's why Snake Pass is wonderful and good. Among other reasons. Obviously. I just appreciate, good snake rep. I love an evil snake as much as any sane person, but I appreciate having a cute, heroic snake. We need more of those in cartoons and such. No, I don't want to play Scalar. Excuse me, my stuttering. design is cool though. It's just the game looks terrible. It's a cool design though. And yeah, I know, I recognize the hypocrisy of such. I play many terrible games. I played Nicktoons Unite for God's sake. I'm never gonna stream that in 1,000 years, but I did play Nicktoons Unite a lot as a kid. Imagine everyone's just going to awkwardly request I never mention that again, but I say, well, it's my stream and I'm going to tell y'all the story of why I liked Nicktoons Unite as a kid. And then this is the part where everyone says, okay, time to turn off the stream now. It's like, nope, you're going to sit down. Stream Nicktoons Unite. To that I say, fudge no. In this house, we stream games that I think are good. Or at least entertaining, which is, to me, the same thing as good. Technically isn't, but close enough for me. I mean, you can argue...
Wasn't a half bad effort, Ty. I reckon with a little more practice, you'll get there. Cool!
Yeah, whatever. Anyway. Okay, I should have clarified earlier. Yes, I specifically mean snakes. And yes, Ollie, I did mention Snake Pass quite eloquently, I might add. I mean, take for example that, you know, the Adam and Eve story from the Bible. You've got an evil snake in that story, and that sucks. I mean, the snake wanted them to eat an apple. Apples are good for you. That snake should have been presented as a hero. He wanted Adam and Eve to eat healthy. I mean, they tell us to eat our fruits and vegetables, except when God tells us not to. Except when a snake tells you to. Like, eat your fruits and veggies, kids. Except when a snake tells you to. Then it's evil. Yes, and that's the main reason. That's the main reason why Christianity bad, because it told us snakes are bad. I mean, I guess they can be, if you get bit by a black mamba or something. I don't live in Australia, so that's pretty much where most of a good number of the dangerous snakes are. And pardon me while I take a drink. This poor fruit punch has been sitting on the opposite side of the room. And I've been awaiting the opportunity to grab and embrace it and caress it with my lips that thirst for its thirst-quenching power. Thank you, fruit punch. Anyway, alright, I'm supposed to do this. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, phew. Ow, whew. That was tense. Okay, that's mean. That was probably hard to some kids. I'll tease this game here and there for being really easy, but it's just teasing. I mean, I've played this game a lot. Not just because I really loved it as a kid, but also because I didn't have that many games. You know, you don't have the gigundo library that one does as an adult, generally speaking. So you really make the most out of the games you have.
I could show you, but I don't know if you're ready for it yet.
Yeah? Well, what's that?
Well, a mate of mine who knows a mate who knows a mate who knows another mate says you can use
They didn't put that in the subtitles. Yeah, we're not writing all that down.
Simple, really. You jump, then press and hold jump again to start gliding.
Right. Is that safe?
Safe as houses, mate.
You can glide across this gap.
Depends on what house you live in.
Under it.
I mean, Brit's house isn't safe. There's blue everywhere. Oh god, so much blue in that house. I've seen it. There's blue everywhere. I don't trust it. Not even a shred of pink.
Was telling the truth
It's
after all.
disgraceful.
Just as well I didn't call
Repugnant.
for an ambulance. Well, lad, you made it through with flying colours. And as a little extra bonus, a stopwatch will appear near the start.
What?
Okay. What's that?
Okay, first of all, I'm only jesting. I have nothing against the color blue. Blue is a splendid color. Magnificent indeed.
Well, that's enough.
I respect blue.
Let's head back to the Bly station.
And I love the ocean. I mean, I love mermaids. I love sharks. I usually love water levels in games. What more do you want from me? I'm sorry, blue is not my favorite color. Leave me alone. Oh, got all the opals. Alright, is that all? Oh. Fine off. Oh, I missed a Bilby. Which one is it? It's the next to last one. Okay. Mr. Bilby. Oh, wait a minute. It might be after I learn to swim. I should come back to that just in case. That's probably where it is. I haven't learned to swim yet. Yes, blue everywhere. Run for your lives! You cannot escape the blue.
Welcome to the track.
Oh, right.
Race to the finish as fast as you can, mate. The checkpoints will lead the way. But miss one and the race is over. Good luck.
I love Maury. He's probably the best character in these games. Just this old man is explaining these game tutorial things. He probably has no idea what he's saying half the time. I mean, tutorial givers in games as characters are usually more formal about it. You know, they're usually understanding of the tutorial in a scientific sense. He's just I don't know. I just want to get home and drink my beer, watch the footy. I have no idea what's going on. But he sticks around. He's such a cool guy.
I reckon you've earned this. Oh, you beauty.
I mean, if this wasn't a kid's game, he would have a can of beer with him. It just suits him. Yeah, I should come back when I learn to swim. I bet you that's where that last Bilby is. I bet you. I'm still sad like he's not here to see all this. I really wanted to see most of pretty much all the game. Oh well.
I found it.
Happy
I
that
found it.
friends are watching now. I'll just bug him about it a lot afterwards once he is on. Believe me, I'll really let him have it.
You there! Fetch my bags!
Oh, by the way, I don't think these particular cutscenes, the pre-rendered ones, I don't think they had subtitles in the original. I certainly don't remember that. And come to think of it, it probably was weird. Wait, what do you mean? I just noticed Ty wags his tail sometimes. Stop. Oh yeah, Brady's happy to see you. Is that your tail, Ty? Or are you just happy to see me? Also, part of my ignorance, as far as biology goes, but are Tasmanian tigers more in the dog side of the family or more like cats? Because they're called tigers, which that would imply that they're like cats, but I don't know, he seems more like a dog. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I didn't think so. I assumed such at first because, you know, a kid such as me, it was more literal minded. Like, oh, Tasmanian tiger, that means he's a tiger. But now I am older and wiser. Now I understand. You understand. You have come this far, and still you understand nothing. Every light must fade. Oh God. No. I'm not doing that. No. Hey, just so you know, if I ever start quoting Kingdom Hearts in these streams, there needs to be a way for you guys to punish me. There's gotta be something you could set in the chat to hurt me in some way. There's gotta be something you could do in the chat, like maybe set it so my headset gives me an electric shock every time I start quoting Kingdom Hearts. Just, please, I need that pain. I need to be disciplined. I wonder whose house this is. Who the heck lives in Rainbow Cliffs? There's no one around here. There's no neighbors or anything. Now, that doesn't make me a sadist. That makes me a masochist. Masochist. Masochist or masochist? I don't know. I've never heard that name out loud. I don't know how it's pronounced. But either way, that would make me that thing. Yes. So who lives here? Who lives in this house? These are the important questions. It's pronounced kiss, masochist? Okay. Oh, that's fitting. Masochist. You get to suffer and you get to be kissed. Oh, bye. Darling, do hurt me with your affection, baby. Well, anyway, darlings, let's move on. Let's see. I can't be banned from Twitch in the middle of playing. That's not how this works. Okay. Both of ya? I can at least give y'all the power to vote. Should I go to Walk in the Park or Shipwrecks first? We are now given a choice. Come on, wield your power. I can handle it. Of course you wanted me to go to Shipwrecks. You're always about the shipping. I wouldn't know what that joy is like. I was never into shipping, and I'm still not. I would never care about shipping. Those that are into shipping deserve to be taken out to the backyard and shot with a rocket launcher from Resident Evil.
It's a beaut spot for a swim if you know how.
That's what I think should happen to people that are into shipping. They deserve to be killed! I don't know. Aren't rocket launchers in of themselves special?
Ty, mate, good to see you again.
G'day, Rex. You saved anyone today?
Funny you should say that. Elle went for a bit of a swim out near Danger Spike.
Danger Spike.
Where's that, Rex?
It's
That's
a
a
nice
good
little
name.
spot, not too far from Shark Reef.
Yeah, and?
Well, anyway, she's an excellent swimmer, but she hasn't come home yet. I'm starting to get a bit worried.
Struth.
I'm on lifeguard duty, so could you have a look for me?
Well, I would, mate, but I can't swim.
Tell you what, I'll teach you. Follow me. When you're in water, press the bite button to dive, then tap the jump button to start swimming.
Okay. Wish me luck.
By the way, those boomerangs of yours won't work underwater.
No, I didn't. That was dog paddling.
Fix that. These are aquarangs.
I could not go underwater at the hub world. All I could do was just paddle on the surface. That ain't swimming. That's paddling. Just like I'll paddle your ass if you don't shush. Don't question the ways of Rex. He is a trusty lifeguard and we trust his ways. Do not doubt his authority on the subject. I will show you, see? Oh, wait, yeah.
The aquarangs work like regular boomerangs, but you can only use them underwater. Oh, and one other thing. You're not a fish, mate, so keep an eye on your air supply.
Yeah, thanks, Rex.
Use the aquarang to hit this switch. It'll open the shark door so you can be on your way.
Sweet.
Great work, Ty. You've learned how to swim and use those aquarangs. With a bit of practice, you'll be a champion swimmer just like me.
You beauty.
This is my good mate. She'll show you the way to danger, Spike. Good luck, mate.
Hey, Ty. You can swim faster by tapping the jump button to gain speed. Let's go find Elle.
Is there anything around here before I can go? Camera? Hey, not now, camera. I'm busy. No need to intrude. I know you're a lonely camera, but... I don't need the seahorse, man. That's what the arrows are for. Fear not! The Murray has an unnatural sense of direction! Oh, shush. I don't need you. You are nothing to me. Oh, what I could do if I didn't have you. Oh, what I could be if there was only me. Oh, what I'd do if I didn't have you. Stop bickering and get your act together. Act? Did someone say act? I could act. If only I had separate parts, my career would be the arts. I'd be the star of Camelot. You'd be the heart that the whole world forgot if I didn't have you. Anyway, how was that? Swimming. Okay, you see, earlier we went to a little bit of a trifle. A little bit of a doozy. But you see, this level's pretty big. Which is fine at the moment, but it's a bit of a pain in the booty when you're looking for everything. That's something a lot of 3D games early on, or perhaps mainly on this generation, let's say. I'll be nice. Let's just say of this generation that, you know, they're discovering 3D space, like, wow, let's make our levels really big. I have my ways of keeping your attention, intentionally or not.
I'd be dancing with the dinos, swinging with the rhinos.
Alright, let's see. Are you who I think you are?
Oh, dearie me. My sweet little angels have wandered off exploring. Now I can't find them anywhere. Please, can you help me?
Well, why can't you do it? You don't look busy. Hello? Well, I'm gonna wait for you to answer me while I take a drink. But anyway, as I was saying, this is one of those levels that is most certainly a bit too big for its britches. Oh, you're only now seeing that? Gotta pay attention here, woman.
My babies. But where are the others?
I'm busy. Give me time. Give me time, lady. I'm finding the others. My babies. Where are the others? I know you've only just started looking for my kids, but where are the others? You were only gone 5 seconds, but still, where are the others? Zephyrin sings the greatest hits of Tasmanian Tiger. Album out now. I know, I'm just ragging on you. It's so weird how that works. It happens with me too when I'm commenting on laggy streams. It's really weird how that works. It's like I'm in the future. Like, gosh, what was it like for you guys 5 minutes to the past? What happens in the future? I could go back in time through my stream and tell the world that, I can't really think of anything interesting. I mean, I don't know, I don't really think of anything I need. I don't know, could someone tell me if I'm still single 20 years from now? I mean, no rush. I mean, I have no idea how a relationship works or how to be in one. But, you know, if I'm still single in 20 years, I'll be a little bummed. My gosh. Oh, boy, I guess. But now, by means of this stream having a delay, I have the power of the future. Yes. Ah, here's another one. Are those just the devs kids saying that or something? You know what's really sad? Oh, wait.
Eels look pretty nasty.
Yeah, thank you, Seahorse. I would not have known that were it not for your magnificent perception. Astonishing. Anyway, you know what's the sad thing? I think I've played this more than I have the Spyro games. I've played Tai 1 and 2 more than I have the Spyro trilogy. And if Lackey was here and he'd heard that, he would kill me. It's not intentional. I like Spyro fine. I liked the Spyro games fine as a lad. I enjoyed them. I know that sounds like a very mild, almost patronizing way of putting it. I enjoyed it. I was like, no, they're great games. I completely, wholly, truly understand why they're so beloved. I think they're terrific games. I have no genuine qualms with them, but for some reason, I am baffled as to why I just have never passionately connected with them. For some reason, I keep saying for some reason, I need to find more ways of putting this. Oh, right, these dragons are still following me. I need to take them back to the mom for these poor guys. Like, where are you taking us? Sorry, I keep forgetting your guys are behind me. Gotta take you back to your mama. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, something about Ty's atmosphere connected with me more. I think Spyro is a better game in terms of level design and structure. But I don't know. The world of Ty, the music, characters, atmosphere, all that phooey, all that hoo-ha and doodad. I don't know. It just tickled my fancy more. Got my pants tightened. Got my zippers caught in a doozy. Another disturbing way to think about it. Right, one more. One more baby. My babies. Yeah, Spyro's... Everyone keeps accusing me of being a furry, and I don't really have the energy to deny it anymore. I'm sure, maybe I am. I don't know, I haven't really found... I can't really think of a furry character I'm passionate about. I mean, I love Woody Woodpecker. He's a feathery. I love Rayman. He's not a anything. I guess he's a man. Let's see, I love Donkey Kong. Is that kind of a furry? Let's see, Gonzo's... Is Gonzo a furry? I don't think he's a furry, because we don't know what he is. I'm just mentally browsing through my favorite fictional characters, and... I don't know, not that many of them I could think of that are furries. So, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's true. He does have a lovely schnozola. It is quality schnozola. Alright.
My babies.
No. No, I'm not hearing that again. Where are the others? Wait, it was right there? Oh, the last one was... how did I miss that? Did I really just go everywhere except the right?
My babies. My precious babies.
Babies.
Thank you so much, little...
Hey, I'm just asking the important questions here. This is why you come to my streams, so we can truly discuss philosophy. No one else is asking these questions, and that is a problem. We need to answer these things in order for us to truly move forward as a society. Is Gonzo a furry? And me saying passionately and giddily that he's my favorite Muppet, does that make me a furry? I don't think it does. If someone were to say Fozzie is my favorite Muppet, then yes, that makes him a furry. But I don't... Whatever Gonzo has on him, it doesn't look like fur to me. Oh, I'm very giddy. I love Gonzo very much. Gonzo is very dear to me. I've said very often I wish I was as cool as him. He's just one of the gold standards of how cool you can be in life. I wish I was as cool as him. It's okay that I'm not. I've long accepted that. And it's okay. Very few people are. The number of people that are as cool as Gonzo I can count on one hand, and I'm not telling y'all who they are. I'd rather torment you all with the mystery. Because you'll think, am I one of those people? Am I not? Will I ever know? Oh, sir, why won't you tell me the truth? So yeah, I'm not telling you the truth. I'm gonna torment you with what little time you have. Oh dear. I shouldn't have hit that fish. Come on, fish, I'm sorry. Spit me out. Thank you. Maybe. Maybe not. You'll never know. I would laugh harder, but I don't have evil laughter energy at the moment. I did not rehearse for an evil laugh tonight. You'll only get a shorty chuckle. Oh, right. So none of the gauges. Aww. Sharkies! I wish I could play with you guys. But you guys haven't eaten yet. I can always confirm it's none of them are celebrities or anything. The idea of idolizing people you haven't met is just, even with one's favorite artist, just makes me uncomfortable. Well, I mean, his family is trapped in another dimension. Can you blame him? I have met Gonzo in my dreams. Oh god. God. Oh boy. Why the heck are the sharks not attacking these frills? That is not fair. But it is perfectly okay to worship Gonzo. I can assure you, everyone should worship Gonzo. If you don't worship Gonzo, you don't know where you're at in life. I say that sternly, might I add. But don't worry, I can guide you. I can guide you to the path of redemption. If you just accept Gonzo into your heart, you will truly know the path. The only true cult. The only religion you can trust. Gonzo didn't need to die for your sins to be awesome. He just needed to be Gonzo. He just needed to shoot himself out of the cannon. But yes, Gonzo is wonderful. If I had the time, energy, editing skills, I would just do a gigantic, huge video of the Muppets, but Gonzo. And it would just be a huge, like, 6 million hour compilation video of just every Gonzo moment I could possibly compile into one video. And I would probably just watch it constantly. It would just be my background noise. And I'm only 70% kidding as I'm saying this. I'm only 70% joking. And for example, you guys ever heard of the game Muppet Race Mania? It's not a great game. Yeah, there's no reason to play it over CTR, but you can play as Gonzo, so I have a copy of it. That's it. That's it. That's the only justification for its existence. Why is there a Muppet racing game? Who cares? I can play as Gonzo, therefore I'm grateful it exists. I wish there were more video games I could play as Gonzo, but that's okay. I'll take what I can get. I ain't picky. Alright. Time for this lovely little climb. Alright, once we get to the top here, I do want to show you all the view, because the view from way up here on top of this peak is genuinely lovely.
How are you?
Yeah, good. And what about you?
Let me guess. Rex was worried about me again?
Yeah, that's right.
Isn't he a sweetheart? Well, I better get home so he stops fretting.
Righto then.
By the way, I found this on the way. Want it?
I wasn't gonna say anything about the platypus titties. I mean, that's your business. I wasn't gonna say anything. But I knew you would, Ollie. Oh boy, I knew you would. And I don't judge you at all. I'm not even judging you even a little. Alright, check out this view. I love this. It just makes me feel all tingly, goosebumpy. Check out this view. This view is righteous. Let it tingle your skin flesh. Pretty, yes indeed. Look at that view, man. Yeah, I love these clouds. I'm just really loving these clouds right now. I know, this is a stream. I need to get moving. I can't not lose my audience. If I stand still for too long, the audience is just like, hey, I came here to watch gameplay, my dude. I am not here to look at this pretty view that you love ever so much. I am gone. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go find cool gameplay, sir. Like, yeah, I gotta move on if I want to entertain the folks that are here. But these clouds are so pretty. Anyway, let's jump to our death. Whee! Oh, shit. I meant to dive into the water. Dang it, it's so cool when I can do that. Dang it, I was hoping to dive into the water. That's so cool. I'm not going to climb all the way back up there just to do that, but still. Alright, where's that button? Where's that button? Ah, right. Is this the button of destiny? Yes, it is. Okay. Alright, what are we missing? Okay, we still got plenty of abilities to find. We got 2. Wait, how many opals? Should have checked everything at once. Ooh, that reminds me, I should probably link this to John BC. He loves die. Crap, I forgot. Let's see, streaming time. He's probably not on, but still, I should notify him anyway. Just to say that I did. Just so my conscience is clear. My conscience is clear. She ran, I pursued. Save out the innocent blood you have spilt on the steps of Notre Dame. Now I have had the child's blood to your... Dang it, I don't remember. The steps of Notre Dame. You can lie to yourself and your minions. You can claim that you haven't acquired. But you never can hide what you've done from the eyes the very eyes of Notre Dame, little Cheryl. And in one time in his life of power and control, Frodo felt a twinge of fear for his immortal soul. What should I do? Care for the child and raise it as your own. Care for my doings be settled with this misshapen. Very well, but let him live here. Live here? Where? Anywhere. In church, perhaps. So he locked up when no one else can see. The bell tower, perhaps. And who knows, our Lord works in mysterious ways. Even this foul creature may prove one day yet to be of use to me. And then Frodo gave the child a cruel name, a name that means half-formed, Quasimodo. So, here is the riddle, you guess if you can. See the bells? No, why am I doing this? God damn. I need to shut up. Anyway, moving on. Golden card, thank you. I don't even know if I'm going to be using other ring. I mean, once I get the flamer ring, I just stick to that. The flamer ring is the best, and it's not even a contest. I mean, once you get the flamer ring, why would you want anything else? You get fire. You got to... I don't know how you feel. You're an alien. I don't relate. I don't have feelings. I'm above feelings. I learned how not to have feelings a long time ago. I'm too cool to have feelings, my woman. And within this heart there is only cold steel of darkness. Okay, also I had chickened out because I realized, no, he goes for a really, really high no at the end. It's like, I can't do that. I'm not gonna try that, no. It would hurt. I mean, I'm doing the Tasmanian Tiger. What the hell is the Hunchback of Notre Dame to do with it? I have to stay relevant. Okay, maybe I don't. I don't have to stay relevant. I can't impose these rules. Who am I kidding? I want to impose rules because I like structure sometimes, but nah. I want to sing. Beata Maria, you know I am a righteous man. Of my virtue I am justly proud and deeply parted. Beata Maria, you know I'm so much purer than the common folk, a weak licentious crowd. And all before me, then tell me, Maria, why I see her standing there, why her smoted eyes still scorch my soul. I feel her, I see her, the sun trotting her raven hair is blazing in me out of all control. Like fire, hellfire, this fire in my skin, this burning desire is turning me to sin. It's not my fault. I'm not to blame. It is the gypsy girl, the witch who cast this flame. It's not my fault. It's in God's plan. He made the devil so much stronger than a man. So protect me, Maria. Don't let the siren cast a spell. Don't let the fire seal my flesh and bone. Destroy Esmeralda and let her taste the fires of hell. Or else let her be mine and mine alone. Mine alone. Master Frodo, the gypsy has escaped. What? She's nowhere to be found in the cathedral. She's gone. But how Never mind. Get out, you idiot. I'll find her. I'll find out to burn down all Paris. Hellfire. Dark fire. Now, Gypsy, it's your turn. Choose me, your pyre. Be mine or you will burn. God have mercy on her. God have mercy on me. But she'll be mine or she will burn. Hellfire, hellfire. Something. Done. Okay, I got my sister to be happy. I don't even know where I'm going. I remember it as a little secret area. I'm trying to remember where it is. It's somewhere within this vicinity. Anyway, yeah, I got that out of my system. It's never gonna happen again. Look at that. 2 people came in the chat room as I was singing, and then they left. This is what you've done to me. You encouraged me. You will pay. I could have been a success, but you took it from me. Is this it? I'm not sure. I don't think so. No. It's somewhere around here. Swimming through one of these tunnels. I mean, if I don't go 100% on this run, it's taint the end of the well, but you know, it would make me feel cool if I did. Right, people will be watching me get 100% on this run, they're thinking, wow, this Severin is one snazzy dude, I want a piece of that. Ah, diggity dog, I want to kick that guy out of bed, you know what I'm saying? I mean, a guy who can 100% type Tasmanian Tiger, whoa, chugga, all aboard the express of affection, hot diggity. Anyway. Where is that secret area? I don't think that's it. I don't think I just got it because there's that sea dragon lady. Oh, right. Forgot there's a map. Let's see. Does the arrow represent where I am? I forget there's a map. Yeah.
You found my little angels.
Yes, I did. You are astonishingly observant. Ooh, is this it? This little mysterious hole. Could it lie? Could it hold the untold secrets that I long to discover? At last, after all my years of searching. I don't think this is it. I mean, this little hole here can't be here for nothing. That would be a bunch of hoo-ha. Okay, oh, we got a third person in. Are they not going to be scared off by my singing again? I'm not gonna sing again, I promise. Whoever you are, this third person that is coming to my chat room, I promise I'm never gonna sing again. Unless I'm paid to. I mean, if you guys want to pay me to sing, I'm down for that. You don't even have to pay me with real money. Just, you can offer some sort of currency. You can, oh, gold card. Hello. Don't mind if I do. You can pay me in, bananas. Yeah, bananas. Gold card up there. Okay, let me see. I can pay you with exposure. Hey, I don't want you to expose me. I got stuff to hide. I've got a dark past of things that I talked to you about last night. I don't want... I mean, there's only a couple other... maybe one or two other people that know about that stuff. It's like, I only bring it up because I like to test. Let's see, how much can I creep a person out before they want to leave me behind? I like to test that sometimes. Like, okay, can I just bring this up casually just on one day? It's fun to test that. When you've talked to someone long enough, you think, are they comfortable with me just bringing this up out of nowhere? I'm just going to bring that up. And it's just, let's see what happens. You gotta test things. You like to test with many friendships. You test boundaries, so you can see what you can get away with. And if they say, Severin, my boy, that is some freaky phooey. Please don't ever bring that out to me again if you ever wish to keep my presence as your companion. Yeah, you're especially something, alright. I ain't saying what. You're especially something. Bunch of hoo-ha. I bet you don't even remember what we talked about last night. I hope you don't. Please don't remember what we talked about last night. We were talking about paying our taxes. What if it's over here? Is it over here? Oh, yes, I think, yeah, this might just be it. There we go, yeah, this is it. This is what I was looking for. Hot diggity dog. Let's see what we can grab from over here. Come on, get me out there. There we go. That's what I thought. Okay. Oh dear, how do I get up there? I think that's kind of one of those questions I ask myself a lot whenever I stream a 3D platformer. I think I remember asking that a lot when I was playing Psychonauts 2 and then Hat in Time. Like, gosh, I am just consistently stupid. Like, I'm always asking once per stream series of a 3D game, oh, how do I get up there? I wonder. And I don't realize the repetition of me saying that until more recently. It's like, gosh, Severin. You know you can jump, right? There's an X button. You can use it to jump. I mean, if you're trying to look cool to the people watching. nobody not iced? What do you mean by iced? I mean, I don't care what cold people think, they can be cold. Is there something in this? Oh, that's here though. Cool beans. Alright, how close are we? Oh, we're 15 away from 300 opals. Ah, boy. We're reaching the point. The point of despair. I think this is one of the levels where I got to that point too, where I was like at 290 something. It was just, oh, where's that last one? Lord have mercy. But I eventually did it, so. I got my 100% file to prove it, darn it. Okay, is this gonna be enough for 300? Please be enough for 300. Yes! Oh, praise the heaven. Praise Gonzo. Gonzo saved me. My belief in Gonzo is what saved me. He protected me. This is what happens when you believe in Gonzo. Good fortune smiles upon you. Oh, this is such a lovely view. I mean, this is something where I think Spyro is definitely the original, as far as the original trilogy is concerned. You know, the games that actually matter. This is where they quite surpass Ty. That their level design is always tight, no wasted space. Where I feel like this can most certainly be condensed. It's most certainly spacious, which feels fun when I'm just running around, just looking around, taking in the view. If I'm trying to find everything though, then yeah, it's pain in the booty. Shipwreck. Oh, there was something in that shipwreck, huh? Gosh, I didn't see it. Oh, for now I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna do that race with Rex. Let's do that race. There it is. Whee! Oh. Hey! Lady! Let me bounce on you. Let me bounce on your platypus boobage. I'm sure they're bouncy enough. I mean, you're pretty flat as far as platypi goes, but you could do some adequate bouncing, I'm sure. Come on. Killjoy. Fine, I'm gonna do this race without you, woman.
So, Ty, are you up for a race?
Yeah, your wife wasn't very bouncy, so here I am. I don't know why you married her, dude. Not even the slightest bit of oomph to that bounce. I tried bouncing her from the chair and just no dice. Not even the slightest kaboing. It was frankly disappointing. Okay. Hey Rex, why are there mines in this ocean? You know, kind of that's why Boss Cass is doing. I mean, he said Frill's here to do some dirty work. Might as well throw in some mines. Oh, well, he got rid of the shark for this race, apparently. He could get rid of the sharks, but not the mines. I see where your priorities lie, Rex. It's cute that you think you're gonna lose this race because Rex is way faster than you at swimming, but then you get to land at the end and you very clearly get miles ahead of him. Because Rex can't run for poop. Excuse my language. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I know. Again, I played this before Mario 64, so playing Mario 64 for the first time was interesting in that it was a lot of, oh, so this game was stealing from this. For example, Jellyfish Fields in Battle for Bikini Bottom, it's just Bob on Battlefield. Pardon me. Okay, let's see if I can drink. Alright, I gotta cut that one too. I gotta get to the end again to get that thunder egg that since I got all the opals. No problemo. What else? And the one in the shipwreck. Wait, which? Okay, the second one. Oh dear. What am I gonna do with you bilbies? You and your tiny little cages. Oh wait, what am I doing? They're not gonna be underwater. I guess that narrows it down a bit. They're gonna be in just the land sections. Fair dinkum. Okay. I'll just swim to all the little islands and see what I can find as far as bilbies go. Bilbies. Yoo-hoo! What are you, little fellows? Come out, wherever you be. I was a billy bee in a cage. Where, little, where would I be? Incredibly annoying. Oh, how we get on together. I think it's great the way we blend. Looks like the two words that are better. And now it looks like I got me a friend. Now you try. Take it, Slam. Hey, Slam, I caught you a herring. Where shall I put it? I already got the one over here, but never hurts to check. The one aspect though where Mario 64 is superior to this, the eel in Mario 64 is way scarier than these eels. The eels in this game just cannot compare to the beautiful terror of the Mario 64 eel. Does that eel have a name? I don't know. You should have one. That eel is awesome. I mean, that eel in Mario 64 is the best part of the game, other than the Dire Dire Dog song. back up here and collect a thunder egg. Yes, indeedly doodly. Oh, it's not that I'm such an idiot. That thing where you get the thunder egg for getting all the opals, it's not up here. It's way down, it's over there in another island. I climbed up here for nothing. Oh, I'm so stupid. I am incredibly puny brained. I probably was just looking for another excuse to climb up here again. I clearly was. I really just wanted to be up here again. This time. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Yes.
Yes! Yeah, we did die. Woo! Oh, that feels good.
Not a full dive. I had to glide to adjust myself, but still, close enough. Anyway, okay. Let's find 5 bilbies. Alright, let's go back to that shipwreck. I should have known there was something there. Yeah, the thing is, I didn't start getting 100% on this game until more recent playthroughs, mainly of this remaster. I never 100%ed the game in its original form. As a wee lad, I was just almost never someone that cared to 100% a game. If I got to see the final boss, ending of the game, and end credits, I was fine. I didn't care about the big number on my file. I got to the credits, okay, I'm good. On to the next game. If I wanted to make my game last longer, if I didn't have that many games to play, I would just play that one game, main game, over and over, instead of being compelled to 100% it. That's just how I was. I recognize there are people out there in the world that are completionists by default and don't know any other way to play a game. And my brain is just not wired that way. To me, 100%ing a game is your way of saying, hey, I love this game so much, I consider that something worth doing. I only 100% a game when I really like it. Or if it's really easy. Which is to say, if I 100%ed a game, you can bet your booty that must mean I like it at least quite a lot. I did not, but I intend to go back to it. I started rushing at the last 3 levels because I was curious to see the ending. Like, I don't feel like taking my time. I'm ready to see the ending go. But I'm still going to come back to it because I only missed collectibles in the last 3 levels. Let's see. Yeah, I'm in the right spot. So where is there to go? I don't remember. But yeah, I didn't 100% this game until the remaster came out. So, for example, this this whole area with the shipwreck, this was new to me. I never played this much of this area to see this shipwreck right here. It was quite something. Gosh, I wish I could remember. I've done it before. If only once. There's something going on with this shipwreck, that's all I know. There's something fishy about this shipwreck, son. Something in there, perhaps? Maybe not. This is preposterous. So we just gotta run through every possibility. What is there to do with this little shipwreck? What is there to do? I'll just have to mentally browse every possibility. After this fish leaves me alone. Oh, I forgot there's skins in this. I remember just sticking with default anyway, but it's nice that they're here. Yeah, Yep, that's a remaster thing. Just for this. They add some skins. You could add both this and the remaster version of Tai 2. If there's one you want me to use, feel free to pick it. I give y'all the power. What the heck? Sun here. Nope, I can't go down this funnel. This is there. Oh, alright, I'll refresh my memory. Alright, what is this one? Thai shipwreck. Really? Huh. I didn't see that. Our game looked it up, said there's a button. I didn't see one. But, as I'm often told, I looked the Severn way. I need to look the right way, not the Severn way. The side of the ship. There's a button I need to hit. Aha! I see it! Aha! I would have noticed that on my own eventually. You gotta believe me. Oh well. Alright, that just leaves the last Bilby. I'm not going for the cogs. I guess I should, though. I don't want to do that. I just want to go for all. At least get Thunder Eggs. Get all the Thunder Eggs. Oh, Thunder Eggs! Oh, they're as rare as hen's teeth might. Okay, second Bilby. Where do I go for that? If I was Bilby number 2... I don't need to hit these coconuts, I could just jump over all this. No, maybe not. Maybe not. No, okay. Okay. No. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Come on. Okay. That's how not to perform that task. That's how not to do that. Now you understand. I had to show you by example or you would have never learned. You are welcome. Let's look over here again anyway. Running out of ideas. Oh well, I could just come back for it. It would just look snazzy if I did it all in one go. That would certainly raise an eyebrow. That would really grab people. Like, ho ho ho, Severin, he is one snazzy guy. He can do it all in one go. I am impressed. I better keep watching this fellow. He certainly knows how to tighten my pants. Wait, you're not over here? Okay. I'd might as well leave then. Oh well. Got most of everything. Oh, that doesn't matter. I have failed. I have failed my people. I only got most of everything. On to a walk to the park, and then we'll call it a night and a day.
Oh, smell that fresh rainforest air. See the cute wallabies. Surf the slippery water slide. Watch out for those leeches.
Okay, we're no longer at the beach.
Shazza can get herself into a pickle sometimes. This time, her truck has broken down at the end of the forest road.
Yoo-hoo!
But if that isn't bad enough, I spotted some blue-tongued lizards nearby. You reckon you can give her a hand?
You bet. I'm on my way.
Sorry, Britt. No fairies here. No, curvaceous fairies. Sorry to disappoint you. I mean, I wouldn't protest. Ty needs a fairy sidekick. Just hovering by his shoulder, making wise cracks. Not that kind of fairy sidekick. Though I haven't played enough of Ocarina of Time. I can't really say if Navi's really that bad. I get the impression it really isn't. But you know, I have no authority on that subject. I mean, truth be told, other than Wind Waker, I kind of feel like Monster Boy is the only Zelda game I need. I keep trying Zelda games and loved Wind Waker, and otherwise, Monster Boy is all I need. I want to love them. It means I'd have friends to talk about them with. I mean, I love to be in a Zelda community and get to talk about that stuff. It means I have more friends and stuff to talk about stuff with. I mean, I like Midna, and I don't know if Twilight Princess is my thing, otherwise it just looks it looks very drab. I would get all the videos and the Twilight Princess just like, man, this game looks so drab and boring. Where's the fun? Where's the color? I played it on Wii a little bit as a tyke. I didn't have Nintendo systems, but I tried them here and there when visiting Uncle. And Twilight Princess was among them, and I've seen videos, retrospectives, discussing, analyzing it. Whether or not I'm interested in them, Zelda and Mario retrospectives and analysis discussions regarding game design and all that, I find that quite engaging to listen to. I just don't find them interesting to play. But I recognize their importance to game history, and that the games I do like were influenced by them, so the games I do like and love would not exist without them as influences. So absolutely they have my respect and appreciation on that, but I don't care about those games. I've tried... Oh, who has messaged me? Still on, get in here. Wait, oh, Laggy's been asleep. Get in here. Mike made up a game where she literally rides you don't want to play. I don't want Midna to ride me. I'm not into that. I like her as a friend. I would like to have her around as a sidekick, but does she really do anything in terms of gameplay? Well, such as... I'm genuinely curious. I always hear what story purpose she serves, but I haven't really gotten an impression of what she's like in the game. Okay, I was asking sincerely, man. Come on. I want the game itself to give me a little sidekick to keep me company as I travel and journey and quest and stuff. Nice to look at. Yeah, but I don't care about that. If she's nice to look at, I could just look at her on the internets. I don't need to buy the game to look at her. I could go on the internet.
Listen, Ty, before you tackle this water slide, there are a few things you need to know. You can speed up and duck under the logs by pressing the bite button. And you can slow down by pulling back on the movement stick.
I mean, I'm not against trying it. If someone were to hypothetically if a copy of Twilight Princess on Wii U just fell on my lap out of the sky, I would say, oh, alright, I'll give this a try. But I've tried pretty much every Zelda game and just consistently, other than Wind Waker, Wind Waker, I was connected with me. No, don't buy it for me. I've got too many games to play as it is. I'm speaking literally. If the game fell out of the sky onto my lap, then I would play it. But I don't want to spend money on it. I don't want anyone else to spend money on it for me. It just doesn't look like it's for me, and that's okay. The games don't need to be for me. The world does not revolve around me. To get the obvious mantra out of the way. Again, not every game needs to appeal to me. Zelda's not for me, and that's okay. There are plenty of games that are. I don't need Zelda to be one of them. Yeah, exactly. I don't question these things. I don't ask questions, I just have fun. Oh yeah, I guess I should. I played Shovel Knight once years ago. I remember enjoying it. Not passionately, but yeah, I remember thinking, oh, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight would be pretty overwhelming to stream because it's such a huge game. I mean, I love Hollow Knight quite a lot, but it's pretty huge. I think my file on Hollow Knight is like 80 hours. Like, that would be a lot of streaming. Of just one game. I mean, pretty much every game I've streamed so far has been games I could pretty much haven't done in a series of like 9 streams. No, that's how I am. I gotta finish a run. No, I don't have skills. I had to ask my brother for help on one boss. I just couldn't do it. I'm talking about just finishing the main game. Just finishing the story, if you want to call it that. It's an 80-hour file. So I did that much running around. Quite simply. And my file is not at 100%. I think my file is like 86% if I recall correctly. I know what you're referring to, and I don't think I did that one. I definitely came across it though. I do love Hollow Knight dearly, and I really hope that Silk Song comes to PS4, but no, that's okay. Life goes on. And yeah, I love Hollow Knight, but I don't know if I could stream that. It's just way too much. It is not a game that I just could think of to pick up casually because there's just so much. It really is, for me, a game you commit to. It probably is not that way for other people. For other people, it probably is a pick up and play game. Just pick up and play without a second thought. mean, but Hollow Knight to me is just a magical journey. It's special. It's I need to think of some adjectives. It's phantasmagorical. It's stupendous. That's on Xbox, and I don't have Xbox. These games look pretty nice, though. I just don't have this. I just don't have the systems those games are on, and that's okay. Nope, it's not on PS4. Again, that's okay. It'd be cool if they were, but I've got plenty to play as it is. Alright, I gotta do the backwards Ranger Ken. Oh, maybe I should. I mean, I would be a little embarrassed playing that game. I normally resent the idea of having a guilty pleasure, in that, hey, if something makes you happy, you should not feel bad about it. But yeah, Trials of Mana, definitely a guilty pleasure. I don't mind saying that. That's an exception. No, that is a genuine guilty pleasure for me. Every time I play it and Mother's in the room, I just feel embarrassed. Like, why do I like this game? Mother's been in the room while I play it, and she's just very confused, like, why are you playing this, Evan? Alright, let's go talk to Ranger.
G'day, Cobber.
G'day, Ranger Ken.
I need a favour, mate. There's a flock of cave bats in there.
Cave bats?
It's nearly the wet season, and we need to move them out before the caves flood.
No worries.
But basically, Trials of Mana, I almost said Tropical Freeze instead of Trials of Mana, just out of habit. I say I think Tropical Freeze. No, Trials of Mana, Severin. Yeah, Trials of Mana, it's like the campiness of Kingdom Hearts turned up to 11,000. I mean, people think Kingdom Hearts is weird and cheesy and campy and corny. They ain't seen nothing. In Kingdom Hearts... No, I do love it for that, though. It's just embarrassing. I mean, yes, that's why I love Kingdom Hearts, for the most part. But, you know, sometimes I want to play games to impress people. Like, I want people to think, wow, Severin has cool taste in games. Because I don't get that a lot. I mean, Wacky laughs at me all the time. Like, wow, Severin, you play all these obscure games no one cares about. Like, don't you ever play popular games? Like, I don't know what's popular. I don't know what's going on. I don't keep up with that stuff. I would like to. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. I mean, I assume there is. I mean, if you're pull an example out of my booty. If your number one favorite game of all time is Bloodborne, that probably means you're a pretty cool dude. I don't even know much about Bloodborne, but I can just tell. Oh yeah, if I was playing on hardcore mode, that would have been it right there. Anyway. Sure it does. If Bloodborne is your #1 favorite game, that probably means you're cool. Ah, Mr. Noble. I can't play that game, but I admire it. No. Yes, I am, but that's beside the point. Okay, I'm not saying... Okay, let me rephrase that. Okay, I guess I can't think of a way to rephrase that to make it make sense, because it doesn't make sense. I am indeed being silly. I wish I hadn't tasted games that was more popular. Okay, well, pray tell though, I don't mind the suggestion. I am open to this, but I am curious, why do you want me to play Trials of Mana? You yourself, after all, have not played it yet. How do you know it's something you would want me to stream? Yeah? So why don't you play it if you have it? Huh? Well, tell you what, I have apparently received 2 requests from the both of you tonight. One of you wants me to play Shovel Knight. The other one of you wants me to play Trials of Mana. So the only way we're going to decide this is if one of you fights to the death in a sexy cat fight, and I get to watch. That's right. Both of you cat fight. Fight for which game I stream next. Yes. Yes, you can fight. You can fight. Hello there. What? No. You're supposed to say. You're supposed to fight for. You're supposed to fight for Trials of Mana. That's how this works. You're supposed to argue, and then I get to watch. I get to watch as you two tear each other's throats out. Oh, it'd be so good. So delightfully wicked. Oh, the carnage. Oh, the gory mayhem. I want to watch you two kill each other. I mean, I need some violence. Watching you two kill each other in my chat room. I hear one of you screaming, "He needs to stream Trials of Mana!" And the other of you screaming, "Excuse me, woman! He needs to stream Shovel Knight!" And the other of you was just, "I'll rip your throat out! I'll skin you alive!" Get back here and kill each other! These were white when I bought them. Okay, maybe I will stream Shovel Knight. Maybe. That's another game where it's been quite a long time. It's my first time playing it. I mean, I guess that'd be the fun of it, is I pretty much would be mostly new to it. So I have, like Monster Boy, I played it once years ago, and yeah. Okay, fine. Oh. Here we go. Dang. No, I don't have Bloodborne. I don't have it. Nice. I don't have Bloodborne. And I can't play it. Even if I had it, I wouldn't be able to play it. I mean, I've played hard platformers. I think you'll like Play Stories if you try the others, but damn, these controls are hard getting used to. Yeah, I don't remember trying the other modes, stories. I remember just playing Shovel Knight, that story, and that was it. It's cool that the other stuff is there though if you want to. I'm glad it's there, even if I wasn't compelled to try the others, it's cool that it's all there. More options is always better. Or more options are always better. Whichever works. Not yet, Shazza. We're almost to 100 elbows. Oh. Oh, well, Ollie, before you go to bed, I might as well go see Shazza. I was gonna wait till I got 100 elbows, but whatevs.
G'day, Shazza.
Oh, shivers! Oh, Ty, am I glad to see you. Would you mind keeping those blue tongues off me back while I fill up my watering bottle?
No worries.
Thanks, Possum. Hit the boulders with your rang so they knock the blue tongues out of the way.
Shit. No. I can't hit him. Cameras. I can't hit him.
Those scaly thieves took my watering bottle. Good thing I've got a backup. Almost there.
I mean, if you're into the polygons, okay, yes, I am judging you. Harshly, might I add. I'm gazing at you with a judgmental glare for your lust for polygons. Hey, why is the thing stuck? I can't aim down for some reason. It doesn't let me go down. What the heck is going on? That is weird. What the heck's going on there?
Almost there.
It weirdly stops letting me go down eventually. That is very strange. I've never had this problem before. Or not. And there we go.
you did back there, Possum.
No worries.
By the way, I found this at the creek. You want it?
Shoe ripper!
Well, I better get a move on. See you soon, Possum.
Why is possum a term of endearment? What do possums represent in this world other than stealing french fries? I mean, I suppose if a lady like that was calling me possums, right, sure, I'd accept anything you want to call me. Without protest. I hope you want to call me by my name, but if you don't, that's your choice. I understand Severin takes too long to say. It's 3 syllables, man. We don't have time for 3 syllables around here. We got things to do. Oh no. Oh no. 299. Lord have mercy. Oh, this cannot be. 290. Oh! I know where that is. Silly me. It's on the river. I remember now. I just go back up the river. I was panicking for a sec. I remember now. I have to go back up the river. No problem. I hope. It is up here, right? Anything on this one? Nope, not this one. Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you, game. Just my hand handed it to me. Yeah, I keep missing just one Bilby. It's always just one. Destiny. It could be already one. So, by the way, is Hollow Knight, Shovel Knight working okay on your PC? Are you at least able to play that? I know you say you couldn't download more games on your PC, but the ones you have, are they working okay? Very well. Then why do you want me to play it? I don't have skills. I barely recall the ways of the shovel. I respect the knight of shovel use, but I don't know if I am truly up to the task worthy of his majesty, of his grace and confidence. Maybe I should go back that way. starting my wages. Thank you very much. Oh, crud. There is? Oh dear. I think I know who you're referring to, and I don't want to think about it. No, 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 no. You don't want to see me react to a goth girl live. You don't want to see me do that. No, 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 no. I'm a gentleman. I am a proper gentleman around here. I can be a pervert all I want when I'm off the mic, but here I am maintaining the illusion that I am a proper fellow of exquisite class and pleasant, clean demeanor, who does not express romantic infatuations for fictional beings of the female persuasion. Pure nonsense. Oh yeah? What's in it for me? Are you gonna make it worth my time? I don't have to do anything for now. I just want to act like I have power. Let me pretend I have power. I crave the power. Oh, great. Where is that? Oh, leads me right back to here. Lovely.
Let's you and me race, brah. Betcha thunder you can't beat me. Lucky is all. But fair is fair. Next time I'll beat you. Sweet.
Okay, other than, once again, the darn bilbies, I'm done here. Let's see, what time is it? It's about 1 in the morning. I'll end this on the boss fight, and then I'll call it a night.
Good die. You've collected enough thunder eggs to power the machine. Let's give it a go, shall we? Outstanding! Simply outstanding! The energy levels are off the scale, and yes, I've got a lock on one of the talismans. Stand back, Ty. It's coming through.
Boss is pretty easy, but the music slaps. The music, oh my goodness, it spanks. Faked him out too soon.
Great, what were you laughing at earlier? What is the sound of laughter? Brett, you quit that life and beg me some pancakes.
It's okay. He becomes a good guy later. We get to ride on this guy later. He's really cool. He's not a bad guy. We just kind of caught him at a bad time. Okay, I almost died. I went ahead, but why be careful? You know?
Well done, Ty. You've retrieved the first of the ancient talismans. When Boss Cass discovers that we're out to thwart his plans, he will do all in his power to stop you. Be careful, my friend.
She'll be right, old-timer.
Struck me lucky you actually found the talisman. I just might have bet on the wrong horse. Anyway, mate, Julius has got a present for you at his lab.
I've made a most exciting discovery. The talisman machine is brimming with excess energy from the Fire Thunder eggs. By diverting that energy to my special hyper-techno boomerang maker, I can make special elemental rangs. Watch. Simply smashing, I present to you the Flamerang. You beauty! Yes, this rang can start fires and melt ice. It even has a more powerful effect on some enemies. To select it, use the previous rang and next rang buttons to cycle through your collection. It will aid you well in your quest. Now, go try it out.
There we go. Alrighty, best ranks. Once you get these, there's plenty of other types of boomerangs to lock, but I just stick with these, man, because look how they light up. Look at them. So cool.
Oh my! You've found enough golden cogs, haven't you? These will be perfect for my latest invention. I call it the Cogulacious Boomerangerous Extrapolator. Ty, it's a machine I designed to create cutting-edge techno rangs. Oh my! This is very nice. It's a Zoomerang. The Zoomerang has a built-in telescopic aimer. Press the Ty's view button to activate it. Use the movement stick to aim and the camera stick to zoom in and out on enemies for greater throwing accuracy. No worries. To select it, use the previous rang and next rang buttons to cycle through your collection.
Alright. I said I was gonna go to bed, but first, there is one character I would like to show you. Didn't realize until I was thinking about playing this game again. Thought, you know, this character is unfortunately a bit of an influence on me. I don't quite do it at quite the voice as much with Slam nowadays. I can't quite go as high falsetto, but a lot of this character was a big influence on Slam in a subconscious sense. Like, oh dear lord, Slam is pretty much in this game. So let's go see him. Not this guy. We're not talking about this guy. This guy's silly.
He's smarter than I thought.
I imagine we shall do quite well here, because it's a perfect focal point for the talisman machine.
Okay, there it is.
You have done well, my friend. The information you supplied is invaluable. So someone thinks they can stop me obtaining all the talismans! Of course he will never succeed! I want this meddling mammal stopped at any cost!
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Those talismans are as good as mine. Begin phase 2!
Why is he sitting there in the shadows? It's like, you work for the guy. You got nothing to hide, dude.
There's nothing quite like
Is he ashamed of his face?
except maybe a moonlit billabong full of giant roaches, spiders and bats. G'day, Ty. Welcome to the Billabong. This is the home of me old mate, Dennis the Cheapskate. I mean, Green Tree Frog. Oh, dear. Deer's got the biggest thunder egg collection this side of the Black Stub. I've tried to convince him to give some up, but he's too precious with them. I'm sure if you did some odd jobs for him, he'd be happy to throw some your way, you know what I mean.
Leave it to me, Murray.
Alright, FTR, this is probably the best level in the game for me. Lovely atmosphere, lovely music, positively serene, and probably the best level design in this game. Just the right amount of space, just the right amount of stuff to find and do. Oh, Aggie, you took your sweet ass time, man. I waited for you, man. I was looking through the options menu to kill time for you to get here. So believe me, I am gonna scold you and then I am gonna gush. Now you hush. And you sit down, cause you missed a lot. Oh, is that your excuse? Man, you missed the first boss. You missed the first 3 levels and the first boss. Man, I was so excited for you to see this game. I'm bummed. Oh well. I mean, at least get to see my favorite level, but still, I'm bummed. Yeah, but it still would have been cool to watch your live reactions and everything. Oh well. I'll forgive you eventually. Oh well, I'll upload it then link to you so you may take a look-see. I mean, for the record, I wasn't gushing entirely. I have some gripes with this game here and there. I mean, it is the first one after all. That's only natural. You say better, but I can't say because I haven't played their Legend of Spyro games, nor am I interested. That is purely your field of expertise. As well as, truth be told, I don't know if this is the same crew that made that Legend of Spyro game. Same studio, of course, but I don't know if it's the same director and all that. Man, look at that sky. Look at that. So pretty. I just want to lay in the grass and just stare. Look at the stars. And since Laggy is here, I'm definitely going to do that because I know he hates when I do that. He wants me to get a move on. Shut up, quit gushing, get a move on. I'm here to entertain him. None that comes to mind. You did miss, though, when I did say a horrible thing earlier, that if you were here, you would have hated me. I had an ugly confession to make. I probably, you see, no, it's not about what happened. I mean, it's just my youth choices. I probably played these games more than Spyro as a kid. I had access to both. I really enjoyed them. But I played these games a lot more. I think Spyro is, at least as objectively as one can be. I understand, yeah, there's no such thing as truly objective. Yeah, whatever. Spyro is probably objectively their better games, but I think this, I don't know, the vibe with Ty, I just connected with it more. I mean, this right here, this was my vibe. This night sky and everything. This luscious guitar. Just hot dang, it's a good life, man. This was my life. Oh, another building. Again, I knew Spyro games were better, but I liked Time more. Oh, Lucky, I missed having you around in here. I needed someone to tell me off. Britt and Ollie would be nice to me. It's just, I need Lucky to be mean to balance it out. I need someone to constantly tell me I suck. It's not right to be praised all the time. Need Lucky around. Like, here he is. Now I can feel like terrible about what it is I love. So do your stuff, Laggy. Make me feel terrible. Hurt me, Daddy. Hurt me real bad. How do I do this? Oh, hey, here we go. Here we go, Britt. Britt, here we go. This is my favorite character. This is the best character, my favorite. Here we go. I love him.
Please don't hurt me. Hey, relax, mate. I'm Ty, and you must be Dennis the Cheapskate. Well, I mean Green Tree Frog.
Ty? Oh, Maury's friend. I'm so glad to see you. The local bully Neddy has extinguished all the lights that show my way home, and now I don't know where to go. It's not that I'm scared of the dark or anything, but, yes, could you kindly escort me home?
No worries.
I love Dennis. Oh hey, look who's in this. I'm in this game. You see, unlike Spyro, this is not really an escort mission. You don't have to protect him. Yeah, it really is creepy. My spine still tingles when they stand up. Same with the spiders. I don't recall if it's in this game as much, but when the spiders are in the second game, they scream at you as they run at you. It is horrifying. And I'm not even scared of spiders otherwise. I mean, the spiders in Spyro 1, they're nothing. They don't scream at you like these guys do. I don't know. It freaks me out too. I mean, even Casey would be freaked out why his relatives are doing that. I meant to stop after the first boss, but since Laggy's here, I will gladly go on a bit longer, I guess. They were extinct before this game came out, and they've been extinct for a pretty long time. Alright, is he coming? Yeah, there he is.
Home sweet home. I made it thanks to you. I'm not sure if you know this, but I have
The way he pokes his nose is just like, Dennis, stop being gay, stop flirting. Oh, he gets even more gay in the sequels. He gets more screen time in the sequels, and he's so gay. I love him. He's all, oh, the handsome construction workers. I love him. He's so cute and gay. He's he was flirting with Ty right there. He's just like poking his nose and everything. Like, oh, you handsome tiger. He's so cute.
dear, this isn't good. My hot water system has given up the ghost. The pilot flames must have gone out. Could you find a way to fire up the gas again? I'm allergic to gas. Otherwise, I'd do it, you know.
Yeah, okay, no worries.
I'm allergic to gas. Otherwise, I'd do it, you know. I think that is just pure slam right there. The voice, everything. Yeah, pardon me. Went down the wrong pipe. Yes, if there's anything we can take away from this stream, it's that Dennis is the best. Should I do this or go fight Nettie? I guess I'll go light the torches first. I mean, light the gas thing. Let's get you out of the way. Oh, I remember this one being a pain in the booty. It took me forever to master this jump. Yes, exactly. That is exactly the situation. I don't know why that jump took me so long to figure out the first time I played the remaster. No, those are bilbies. You would know if you watched the stream, but this is Ty's family. They raised him from a cub. And Boss Cass, the villain, trapped them in cages. There's 5 cages in every level. So there you go. Here again, once this is over, you can go back and watch the... Bilbies are not rats! Look up what a bilby is. They're nothing like rats. Shush. Do not slander. Do not tolerate this bilby slander. I barely know what a bilby is, and I know not to slander them. I have respect. There's a button to be found somewhere underwater. Where? Where was it? Confounded, where was that beautiful red button for me to press? Ah, right, it was in this log, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Do come hither. Hit it. There we go. Can I just hit it from up here? No, that'd be too easy. Come on, let me do it. Fine. Get over here. Might be another button to press. It's what made those two come together. It's all coming back to me now. Wait! I need to get up there! Come back! Come back! I need you! I didn't mean what I said! I was better off without you forever after! I need your raft! I'll wait for you, my baby! Unless I can just... No, I probably can't hit those from down there. Come on. Come to me. Yes. Yes, that's grand. I'm gonna kill this crap on there. No. Look at that. There we go. Dang it! Let's see where else it takes me. Oh, crates! Is there anything under here? More crates. Lovely. Grab that shovel, uncover those lovely pebbles that sparkle and shine. It's gold, and it's mine, mine, mine. Dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and hum under, hum under. Ooh, how I love it! Riches for cheap. There'll be heaps of it, and I'll be on top of the heap. My rivals back home, it's not that I'm bitter, but think how they'll squirm when they see how I glitter. The laser god will be all on Twitter. The king will reward me, will knight me, no, lord me. It's mine, boys, mine for the digging. Those nuggets. I need to go back, come back. Missing that. Alright, next time I see that, I'm gonna get on it and I'm gonna commit. But for now, let's see what Rex is up to.
G'day, mate. I came here to give Dennis some diving lessons, but he chickened out.
Well, who can blame him?
You know, Ty, it's high time you learned how to dive. All you have to do is run and press the jump button near the water's edge, then press the bite button to do a dive. See if you can dive into that yellow crate.
I mean, I've been diving, dude. Take me for some kind of amateur? I mean, how else do you get in the water? By diving.
Bonza, you're a natural, Ty. If you're up to the challenge, why don't you try the Super Tower High Dive?
I'm gonna say no.
That's a shame. If you want to go, let me know.
I just got an achievement for saying no. I was just curious. I always just selected yes without, second thought. I was like, you know what? I should say no to a character just this one time to see what happens. I got an achievement for it. That's beautiful. That's a lovely thing.
Bonza, you're a natural, Ty. If you're up to the challenge, why don't you try the Super Tower High Dive?
Sure.
Here's the challenge, mate. Dive from the top of the Super Tower and pass through each of the rings on the way down. If you get them all, I'll give you a Thunder Egg.
Oh, you beauty!
That was a pearler of a dive. I tell you what, mate, you'd give the Pippi Beach Nippers a run for their money. Here, you've earned this.
Ripper!
Alright, is that raft coming back? Yes, it is. Here's my chance to get on it. And I'm gonna stay on it. I'm gonna commit. Come on. There we go. Phew. I bet there's no button in order to get a raft over there. If I recall correctly. Where's another button? Of which to press? Let's see how much we got. Wait, which bill we? Next to last one, okay. And for the water heaters, oh, can't keep track of the water heaters. I think I got 4 so far. I just need to figure out where the button is. I remember there's a raft that takes me to the end, and I need to figure out, need to find the button to get that raft coming. Where was that button? Yeah, I'm taking my annoyance out on you, Bat. Shush. Shut up and take it. Yeah, I already hit that button. That was for something else. Well, the bat beat me at baseball, so it needed to die. There, that's my excuse. Ooh, So it was over here, wasn't it? Yes, it's all so clear to me now. Oh, silly me. Oh well. Alright, time to chase some turkeys. Where'd they go? Where'd the other one go? Come on, Peter, work for me. There we go. I didn't realize that till you mentioned it. Yeah, this is a lot like chasing a thief in Spyro. So unlike Spyro, there's only two. There's only this and the level before this. That was before you got here. There's just two levels where you chase a turkey to get a Thunder Egg. So it's not really a recurring thing like the Egg Thieves. But they are. Dang it. There we go. And the first one is much harder than this one. There's an achievement that I just got for getting the turkey on your first bite without missing once. And I somehow managed to do it on this run. I 100% the game itself, but I didn't get all the achievements. So, that's nice. I'm waiting for the raft to come back. There it is. There we go. Almost there to 300. Other water heaters are probably across here.
Make sure you light all the pilot flames at the same time.
But excuse me. I did forget to light that first one. That just leaves two.
You shouldn't be here, Ty. This is where Neddy lives. Neddy. Yes, Neddy. He's the biggest, toughest bully this side of the black stump.
Well, he doesn't sound so tough.
Nice one, Ty. Now you've riled him.
He wasn't nervous with us taking on a giant boar, but this guy's scary apparently. Knew it. Is there a Bilby here too? There's a Bilby around here, right? Have I just lost my mind? Did I fantasy? Ah, yes! Yeah!
Puny rat, no match for Nettie. Nettie clobber him good.
Behold, Waggy, these bosses are gonna get tough. Witness the sheer tension. That's my phone button. This is the second boss in the game. I don't think you can handle this. There you go.
What? Orange rat beat Nettie. Oh, Nettie, I'm so ashamed. Here, Nettie gives shiny rock to new friend.
All right.
What are we missing? Right. But where's that last heater then? Gosh. Where is it? There's just one more, right? Ah, yes. It is over here, and I couldn't remember how to reach it. Righto. Alas, the game isn't nice enough. Just let me get it from here. The game is mean. Wants me to play legit. Come on. Fine. How do I get up there now? Game expects me to remember how to do that? I've only played this game a few dozen times. I don't remember everything. Don't look at me like that! Don't look at me judgmentally! Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine. There we go. Alright, that's all the water heaters, and that just leaves one question on the mind. Where are those last few opals? But what the hey, let's go see Dennis.
Here's a little something that I insist you have. It's from my magnificent collection of thunder eggs.
Grouse ass!
My house will be nice and toasty again, thanks to you.
My house will be nice and toasty again, thanks to you. Alright. Yeah, just the time attack thing. Wait a minute. Was it called time? Yeah, it's called time attack. Just like Donkey Kong. Oh, how do you like that?
Even the cockroaches here like a flutter at the track. It's so simple, even you can have a go. Just run to the finish, making sure...
Yeah, we sure do. I love this track. It's exhilarating.
At all. You've made it through in record time. Here's your thunder egg.
What, were you holding back from me?
Sweet.
The thing I need to save my family? Would you have not have given that to me if I didn't win a race? Is that how this works, Maury? Yeah, I thought we were buds. I trusted you. I'll do a little come over for the last few opals. If they're not here, I'll move on. Alright, just missing time. Fair enough. But who makes these rules? We don't really know who's in charge here. Actually, oh wait, no, actually we do. In the sequel is Dennis is president. I forgot to mention that. Dennis is basically the mayor by the second game. Which is both, it's great for us, but, you know, not great for them. I guess they could have it much worse. 10 opals. Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? Nah, what pay? I'll come back later. We've had our fill of this place. I'd rather show at least a little bit of another level before I call it quits. Oh yeah. Okay. This is what I was referring to. I love this level.
This is it, the wide open outback. What a glorious view! Lots of sand, red earth and rock, and some more sand, and another rock, and more. Yes, it's glorious, all right. You're gonna sit on that? Are you feeling all right, mate?
Ah, he's a big pussycat when you get to know him. Right, Ty?
Yeah, right as rain. I'll use this, me lasso ring.
Yes. Oh, you get to destroy Bull. You ride on Bull and you get to destroy everything.
He's the closest I can get to playing as like Granby in a 3D game, I guess. What's sad is this is the only game Bull showed up in. I wanted to see more Bull. He's such a good man. I will say though, when I was going for 100%, this was the last level where I could not figure out where the last opal was. It took me a while, so I was running around on Bull for a long time.
Ah, Ty, I'm glad to see you. Can you help me out of a fix? The emus from my health farm have gotten loose. Probably heading for Greasy Gus's hamburger shop again.
Struth.
Last time they ate at Gus's, they were sick for a week, poor things. I've tried to catch them before, but my old truck, it's just not fast enough.
No worries. I'll reel them in with this, me lasso ring.
I owe you one, Possum.
Get back here.
Oh right, I have to pull back on the analog stick, I forgot. It's like, this is the square, right? No, I have to do more than that. I forgot. Come on, get in here. Let's see. What are the others? There's another one. Also, this music rolls. I recognize, again, I am not in... I do not have the articulative prowess to analyze what makes music compelling to the ear. But I can only acknowledge with the utmost inane gushing, this music tickles my ears and goes There, little man. We are here to pleasure you with the sound of goodness. Back here. Two more. Where are they? Where are they? Where are the emus? Oh, we have 7 minutes to find out! Oh, there they are. Alright, one more. Where could it be? Probably not out here, though they stay on the road. Where is that last one? Oh, it's nice I got a cog when I need an emu. Where'd it go? I don't know where the starting point was. Ah, there it is! I see you. Come here. Come here.
You did great, Possum. Now I won't have to clean up that mess like last time. Please accept this for all your trouble.
All right.
Oh, wait. This is also the level with the best part of the game. I recognize that as a hyperbole, but I won't allow you to see this cutscene coming up. It's probably not literally the best part of the game, but I really won't allow you to see this scene. I'm gonna go do this mission, and I hope you can see this part. Here we go. Hold on, I gotta get to the mission first. Okay, he's over there.
crystal clear drinking water and was a great place for a bit of a paddle.
Right, so what happened to it?
That galah boss Cass decided this would make a nice little toxic waste dump. I don't know how, Ty, but we have to stop those pumps.
I am so tempted to say no. No, I'm so tempted. No, I had to focus.
You're a top bloke, Ty.
No.
Just keep an eye
I am curious though what his reaction would have been if I said no. I'd never seen it.
Maybe you should aim at those pipes.
But I just can't do it. I just can't bring myself to do it. Oh, god damn it. Of course. And this used to be such a nice watering hole. Alright, watch this part. This part's good.
On you, mate. You did it. Look at those beautiful animals. It's moments like these that make me proud to be a ranger. Sorry, mate. I've got something in the eye.
Hey, sweet.
On you, mate. You did it.
It's beautiful. It's a work of art.
On you, mate. You did it.
Yep. It's one of my favorite bits. Often when I come to this part, this level, I mean to say, I just rush it out. I gotta see that. I gotta see Ty get smacked to the ground again. Thunder egg. See, wasn't there something else in this waterfall? I think there was.
On you, mate. You did it.
It's a really easy mission too. I used to find that mission really difficult as a kid. 'Cause I thought I couldn't let the frills get anywhere near the pipes as I was busting them out, and then eventually I realized, oh, it's okay if they get near them, just don't let them finish mixing them. And chances are you'll bust the other pipes so quickly it won't matter. Yeah, this way the other commission is. But now I'm gonna go around here and bash some stuff. Destroy some homes. Yes! Correctly, I can destroy a water tower, yes. Let's Gotta aim myself just right. Oh, phone call. Thank you. Come on. That's right, I'm the hero of this game. I will destroy all your homes. But I'm still your hero. You have no choice. Alright, is that all there's left to destroy for now? Let's go see what Ranger Ken wants from us this time.
It's a real scorcher today, and a few spot fires have broken out. Straight! Every time I try to put out a fire, one of those thrills gets in the way. Can you lend me a hand, mate?
Ah, sure. Being a decent person sucks. I don't even think I'm decent, really. I try to be terrible, but... I mean, being terrible sounds fun. But I just can't do it. I want to see what the responses are if I say no, but Ty's a nice guy. He won't say no.
Ripper of an effort, mate.
But I'm so curious.
And save the town without breaking a sweat. You deserve a medal. In fact, you deserve better than that. Bonza!
For something that's rarer than hen's teeth, everyone seems to have them. But why deny it not have thunder eggs in the first place if they're so common? They're only rare to me, I guess. I mean, they needed orbs for the final battle inspired too, but everyone seemed to have them. The most powerful object in the universe was just kind of lying around everywhere. Oh, right. I forgot about that aspect. You're the only one that remembers the fairies. You Zoe Sim. I mean, when I think fairies, I just think Tinkerbell or Christopher Ferngully. I don't think the fairies from Spyro. Who cares about those guys? Okay. We're pretty close to 300. Oh, right next to a tornado, huh? I don't want to go near that. I just want all balls, man. not even Wednesday. Okay, I don't think I've destroyed this place yet. I'll hop right to that. Oh wait, never mind. So anyway, this is where I started. Yeah, Chaz is just now over here.
Just when I thought I could have a nap, trouble stirs up again. Shazza is off on her afternoon rounds, but I saw a gang of frills heading after her. Do you think you could go and take care of those hooligans?
Game, why do you keep letting me have a yes or no choice? I don't want to be mean, but you give me the option to be mean. I'll do it just this once.
I might have known you'd chicken out. Well, if you change your mind, let me know.
I'm gonna finish my rounds if it's the last thing I do. No stupid frills are gonna stop me.
I didn't expect Maury to slander me. I deserve that for being curious. Alright, I want to get these opals while I'm here. But I guess I gotta keep an eye on Shazza. Fine. As much as I need the opals. Story of my life. She says she's doing it around. What does that mean? She's just driving around. She's not doing anything.
Real Ty, you showed those frills a thing or two. By the way, one of them dropped this.
Oh, you beauty!
Alright. It's, yeah. It's late enough. I should indeed call it quits. Well, thank y'all for coming, including Mr. Laggy Modem over here. You're not Laggy Modem to me anymore. From now on, I'm gonna call you Laggy Modem. Oh. Should I? No. I said I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna do the time attack right now. I said I'm gonna leave, and so I shall. No, Laggy Modem, as in L-A-T-E. Alright, thank y'all for coming. I'll see y'all as the sun rises upon this world once again. Maybe I'll continue streaming this, but I at the very least wanted like to get a little taste, and since I'll be uploading this to YouTube, he'll be able... Oh wait. Well, since I'll be uploading this to YouTube, Leggy Moda will be able to watch in liberty and catch a good old taste of Toy the Tasmanian Tiger.
Right,
Well, for now, catch you later, mate. I might either stream this, or Shovel Knight, or Trials of Mana. The vote seems to be for me to stream, Shovel Knight. We'll see about that, mate. And for now...
Why don't you have another go, you mug?
Alright, I'm going, Maury. Leave me alone.